Alright, so I do apologize. Apparently my file got corrupted, so I couldn't actually show you guys the PC gaming show recap as I was playing them below. But right now we actually have on the twitch.tv Twitch mainstream, they are actually doing the recap as well. But my recap is better because it's me, not them. It's me. I want to be on the couch. They don't invite me. I don't know why. Because I'm small. I understand. So, PC Gaming Show. First thing we have to talk about is XCOM 2, War of the Chosen. The new expansion coming out on August 29th for Xbox One, PC, and PlayStation 4. My God! I can't even beat the actual game itself, and now we have an expansion coming out that I will probably not even touch because I still can't beat the game. Ugh. But it looks like it's pretty cool. 3 new resistance groups that we, as the XCOM group, we have to recruit them. We have to go and probably do some missions for them and get them on board with us. Now the problem is they actually all hate each other. They're all against each other, kind of thing. But they all agree the Advent needs to drop. We need to get rid of the Advent. We have new enemies. We have new soldier classes. This is twice the size of previous expansion. The Chosen themselves is 3 new enemies, 3 guys. Well, 2 guys and a girl, I guess. And they grow stronger as the game progresses. So, ugh. That's going to be a pain in the ass. These guys are the top of the Advent. Each of them being unique with different skill sets and personalities. So, and one of the other cool things is we are introduced to the Lost, which, if we remember from XCOM, XCOM 2 is like 20 years ahead of the original game. We actually go back to the original XCOM areas when the first invasion occurred and all the major cities were destroyed. We are introduced to the Lost, which is basically all the humans that kind of died out. Well, we thought were dead, but now they're kind of like this zombie group. And these zombies hate us because, you know, they hate us, but they also hate the Advent. So this is an enemy that will attack both sides in these map missions. So, XCOM 2, War of the Chosen, the way to start the stream, very powerful. Love it. Cannot wait to play it. Next is another game. Is another game called Oblets. This is from a 2-man studio called Glumberland, which is almost like Animal Crossing, and probably a little Pikmin as well, where you do some farming, you can do some house decorating, some nice little base building, and you also collect animals. And you can do some dance parties. It's pretty cool. You can also customize your actual character, change the hairstyle and everything. It looked really, really neat, and one of those great indie games that will probably hit all the marks for a lot of kids out there. Next was a game that's really close to my heart, and it's called Battletech. I don't know if you guys really remember the old movie. I think the movie was called Mech Warrior. It's a turn-based strategy tactical game. It has single-player, multiplayer skirmish, and a single-player campaign, which sounds like the campaign is pretty short, but you can actually go through more of the campaign and more of the maps and more of the planets and do mercenary missions in order to beat other mechs and take their shit, take their good stuff. Argo is your space station. That's where you're going in between missions, and it's basically your command center. You control you have to take on mercenary jobs, command your crew and your team, and you go into the mech garage to change your mechs, to customize them with paint, and put in some new weapons, and put some new armor and everything on it. It's a full 3D environment in-game when you're on the map, and you can actually use the trees to soften the blow from mortar or whatever shots that you're taking from, so it really helps out. Another key factor when it comes to the Battletech stuff is there's 11 different armor locations. So, and if you lose like an arm, whatever weapon you have on that arm, you are gone, you are done. So you're walking in there like, oh, I just have a sword on this one and I lost my gun arm. Alright, I'm chopping you to pieces, bitches. Chopping it up. So, you can join the beta for the game over at battletechgame.com. I repeat, battletechgame.com. Definitely going to be going to that website as soon as the stream is over with to get into that. Oh my god, I actually have an hour before we have the Ubisoft stream. My god, so we have to go through these. Mountain Blade 2, Bannerlord, lots of footage of knights and Huns on horseback fighting, and then of course you can dismount and do some hand-to-hand combat. Control your army as you play the one character to defeat hordes of enemy. It almost feels like what's that? What's one of those games? Like an RTS game, like maybe Age of Empires or something. Maybe Age of Empires. You can where you of course control your armies, but you're actually down in the fight, control your enemies, tell them where your cavalry needs to go. It's like circle the wagons and do all that kind of stuff. It looks really, really neat. Next is Total War 2. Total War Warhammer 2 coming out September 28th. 4 new factions: High Elves, Lizardmen, Dark Elves, and an unannounced faction. What they showed on screen was a quest battle between the Lizardmen and the High Elves called the Battle for the Fallen. Battle for the Fallen Gates, which is one of the games that you can play. It's basically the campaign you play at E3. So if you're at E3 and you're doing it, I'm totally jealous. One of the key quotes I had here was, for the Lizardmen, it's tiny dinosaurs riding large dinosaurs using Aztec lasers. Love it. Next, they showed off Shadowverse, which is a trading card game similar to how Hearthstone and Hand of Gods are. They're releasing a new expansion called Warrenland Dreams, where it brings in kind of the fairy tale aspect of bringing fairy tales and old lore to the card games. Where we saw Beauty and the Beast, there was like a wicked ass dragon. I even saw, I don't know if anyone else saw it, a Don Quixote. Yes, Don Quixote. He is a badass. And this expansion will be coming out on June 29th. Next, they had Intel come onto the stage and talk a lot about how we as the gamers, doing the big spiel of we as the gamers, we help them create all these things, being innovative and all that stuff. Really cool. Thank you for the pep talk. But the big thing about it is Destiny 2 coming out for PC. Blizzard and Intel worked with Bungie to bring it to PC. Unlocked frame rates. Fuck yes. The game engine will utilize all your cores. So if you're using the new i9 game, the new Extreme i9 Intel chip, you're using all of those beautiful cores to power this fucking game. It's gonna be great. Tefty Tef, which is a Destiny YouTuber and Twitch broadcaster, came out speaking very highly of it. Really cool to see us YouTubers onto the stage. It's definitely not me. Next, Intel brought out Echo Arena. Talked about Echo Arena, the new VR esports game for Oculus. It was talked a little bit about last night during the Xbox conference. It's a free. Echo Arena will be a free game on launch on July 20th for a limited time. So if you are an Oculus player, get Echo Arena. It's going to be free on July 20th for a limited time. And they also introduced the VR Challenge League, working with Intel, Oculus, and ESL, which is for the first time bringing together the esports VR. Which, well, actually, I'm sorry, it wasn't announced at the Xbox conference. It was actually announced this morning at the Intel conference, where they introduced the VR Challenge League. I do apologize. Next, a new game called Tunic, which was formerly titled Secret Legends. Cute as an effing button fox doing nice, cool platformer things. He has a tiny sword. He was adorable. So adorable. This is no release date, but we did get a nice look at the gameplay, and he even waved at us. It was really cute. Next, PlayerUnknown's Battleground. We all know and we all love it because I've streamed it too. I really enjoy it as much as H1Z1, just gotta say. Some new features coming out, and remember, PlayerUnknown's Battleground will be also coming out for the Xbox One X as a launch title. Really awesome. New things coming: 2D and 3D replays coming. So, as content creators, we can go through and actually make highlight reels of our favorite deaths and probably our worst deaths. They are introducing climbing onto objects, where we can climb up walls to get over them, and also nice little flips over cars. New weather systems, bringing in fog. The rain has been tweaked, and also we now have a sunset. I hope that sunset is able we can blind ourselves. That would be really cool. They introduced a brand new submachine gun that will only be coming from the crate only. And finally, introducing 2 new maps coming, set in Peru in the desert, and a snowy map. For all this time, for the past month or so, they've been working on stability, client stability on our end, but now they're going to be doing server stability to bring the game more into actual fun gameplay, where players like myself, we cannot really blame the game. It's like, oh man, this game glitched out. I must have took the shot. I died. Like, no, not anymore. They're fixing that. We ain't gonna have that. We're not gonna have that crutching anytime soon. Next, they brought out Killing Floor. Killing Floor 2 was mentioned. We'll talk about the expansion in just a moment, but they also talked about the Killing Floor incursion horror game for the Oculus VR. Shit looks scary. Shit looks scary. Next was Killing Floor 2, the limited time seasonal event summer sideshow, taking place in a circus carnival, introducing new cosmetics, new creatures as sideshow freaks, and there was a monkey with a fucking chainsaw. Why not, right? Why not? They introduced new weapons and also new weekly challenges and updates. And it's, like I said, it's a limited time event, only going to last for a month, where starting tomorrow on June 13th, it's a free week on Steam, and there's a sale starting. So starting tomorrow on June 13th, you can play the game for free, and also you can buy it for a sale. There's some sales going on. Next, they brought out Forza 7 coming to PC, 4K awesomeness. It's Forza 7, so if you're into racing games and you got your racing wheel, have at these, and ladies, have at these. Next, the #1 game I am completely excited for, and they introduced it last night at the Xbox conference, or at least they talked about it more and showed a longer gameplay footage. Sea of Thieves coming from Rare, and it's coming to PC. So all of a sudden now I'm getting it for PC, and I'm hoping it's actually part of the Play Anywhere, so I can get it on my Xbox One as well. It's still my game of E3. It's the game I'm really waiting for. It's my #1 game coming from E3 right now, Sea of Thieves. And it's able to fire yourself out of cannons onto islands or onto enemy ships. What? It has unlocked frame rates, 4K resolution, and it's coming in early 2018 along with the Xbox version as well. Now the big thing about this, and I have to stress this is not a port. My biggest fear, because as soon as they said it was coming to PC, I had the fear that it was just going to be an Xbox One game ported over to PC. No. This game, along with the Xbox One, were built entirely at the same time. So this game was built for PC, and I cannot wait. I can't wait to play this game. You can join the pre-alpha over at seaofthieves.com, which I'll definitely be going to sign up for after the stream, so I can get some of that. Next, they talked more about The Last Light. This was introduced last night at the Xbox E3 conference. It was just a gameplay footage. They didn't really go into further detail about it. But I mean, as soon as you look into it, it's Blade Runner and Ghost in the Shell that had an 8-bit love child. It looked really good. It's futuristic with this dark, gritty tone. It's like a real-time puzzle game with a living environment. Which the example that they gave during the conference was, if you go into an apartment at night and the cops are there, the cops will be there, and you have to hide from the cops. You have to make sure not to get caught or anything. But if you go into the same apartment like during the day, there's going to be an old couple there. There's going to be some people who actually live there, and you'll have to answer. It was like, why are you here? Why are you in my apartment? And you don't have an answer for that because you obviously can't talk. Next, from Bohemia Interactive, the guys who created Arma and the DayZ horror games, they have given us islands, which is with Y, lands. It's islands. You're basically stuck on an island, but it's not just that. This is a creating and home building with wildlife environment. This is basically a sandbox survival and exploration game. And you as the player, or me, we have to create our world. We create our world. We create what we want, how we want it, and we create mini games for it. We create our own adventure. True, I say those words and it sounds like the devs are lazy and you just have to do the work yourself. Sure, just a little bit. but it still looks really good. So there's an in-game editor that allows players to make things and even edit the original game. It comes with it. The alpha version is available on islands.com, that's ylands.com, and it is coming to Steam Early Access. Cross our fingers, ooh, it's going to be great. Next was coming from Clay Plays, called Grifflands, which is a hand-drawn adventure game. And I say hand-drawn because that stuff is like, looking like almost comic book kind of stuff, and then it's just moving with the animation. It looks really, really, really good. I keep saying really, I understand, I apologize. Next was the new VR game, Lone Echo, which is the single-player version, where the multiplayer version is Echo Arena. Lone Echo single-player experience, you're playing a droid in a mining space station, interacting with everything. You can interact with all the things. Troy Baker is one of the voice artists, because Troy Baker definitely needs work. The multiplayer version, Echo Arena, as mentioned earlier, it's a 0G multiplayer arena game, flying around, grabbing the ball, and going into the net of the opposite team. And you're also bouncing off of walls. You're bouncing off of walls. You're bouncing off these pads. It's a VR game that is one of the first staples to the VR esports experience. And I need my wish. I am not going anywhere without my motion sickness bands. That's a game that's just like, woo, all this all day, every day. The game launches again on July 20th. The Echo Arena will be free for a limited time. So if you get Lone Echo, definitely pick up Echo Arena at the same time. It is for Oculus users, and Oculus users can go ahead and get into the beta. However, Oculus players do that. Next, one of the big titles I was waiting to hear about from the PC Gaming Show, because it's one that is really awesome, because this is a southeastern local game developers, Boss Key Productions, bringing Lawbreakers, which is honestly feels like a prettier, higher intense Tribes of Sin game for me. And everybody knows I love Tribes of Sin. You gotta go fast, you gotta go fast. Lawbreakers, you're gonna go light speed. It's 0G, all sorts of crazy shit going on. Its final closed beta is on June 28th. The open beta access starts on June 30th, with the game launching on August 8th for, not bullshitting you, $29.99. It's not one of those bullshit $60 multiplayer games. $29.99 for PlayStation 4 and PC. Yes! So, you can find the game, of course, on Steam to get into the closed beta. Cliffy B, one of the big, basically one of the head of Boss Key, is hardcore truthful. I love Cliffy B. He is amazing. He does love saying bullshit a lot too. It's really funny. So we had a bunch of Twitch streamers and esports people talking about the game in their video and saying precision aiming is needed. It's super fast, action-packed, GOG first-person shooter. Apparently, there's tanks, there's healers, and DPS. You get to play actual roles in this stuff. There's guns, there's swords, there's grappling hooks. Like, I can't even deal with it right now. There's just so much going on in Lawbreakers. It looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. Next was a new game from Chucklefish, who are the makers from Stardew Valley, called Wargroove. It's a it's single-player campaign, 12 campaigns, turn-based tactical strategy with online and local multiplayer. There's a big thing for Raph Prime here in chat. There's a map creator. There's mod support. You can create scripted events in your map editor, and you can share those maps with the world for them to download and interact as well. Love it. And the map editor looks super clean, super easy to use in tile format. Looks really, really good. Next is Middle-earth: Shadow of War, which we heard about at the Xbox conference, of course. And it's coming out on October 10th. What else can I really say about it? It's still looking like a really awesome game. There's a recruit system that you have to recruit different orcs and goblins and all these creatures to be in your army to go against the forces of Mordor. One of the key things is facing Sauron, the Witch King, and a lot more. It's an incredible story. One of the cool things is a cinematic trailer that they introduced was this new female character named Altera, who is an assassin hunting Those Who Wear the Ring of Power. And it was a 2-minute cinematic trailer, or cinematic really video, and it looked really, really fun. Apparently, if I saw her right, she is playable in the campaign. So, pretty awesome there. I may actually have to play Shadow of Mordor now. And I saw the game come out, I'm like, it looks pretty neat. I'm not a Lord of the Rings fan. Now Shadow of War, I'm like, oh god, I need to get the story. I need to get the backstory. Need it. And then finally, to round out the PC gaming show, a new game coming from Microsoft Studios. Really isn't even a new game. It's celebrating its 20th anniversary coming this October, and it is Age of Empires: The Definitive Edition. I know. Is it really a new game, though? This is one of those old RTS games. Again, 20 years. This was the late 90s, 1997, when PC gaming was still just kind of a footnote that no one really cared. This was the time of RTS games where Command & Conquer, Red Alert, Command & Conquer Red Alert was still one of the best RTS games ever. Oh, Yuri's Revenge. Yuri! Age of Empire was one of those first RTS games as well, and it's coming back in glorious updated versions. Updated 4K graphics, new zoom levels where you can zoom in and out, zoom levels. New and improved gameplay using the pathfinding portion of RTS games, make it easier. The Xbox Live multiplayer, which is basically what PC users use in the PC multiplayer gaming. It's just the Xbox Live servers, so you can go out and actually do multiplayer skirmishes and stuff. Even joins. There's a remastered soundtrack, which the soundtrack was re-recorded with a full orchestra to bring all that stuff coming out. And the game will be out later this year, but you can join the beta over at ageofempires.com. So, it was free on Origin for like 3 to 4 months ago. Yuri's Revenge. Okay. So if Origin, EA's Origin is gonna bring out Command & Conquer shit, I'll actually update it. I didn't know that EA would do that kind of stuff. So that is it. That was the PC gaming show, and I had to do it really fast because in about 40 minutes we're gonna have the Ubisoft, and I need to get some drinky. I need to eaty. So super excited. The PC gaming show once again was a really good show. I thank Day9, I thank PC Gamer, and I also thank Intel for bringing this highlight of PC games to E3. And I hope we see it. Hope we see it again next year, and we keep doing it. It was great to see that kind of a thing. So that's it for the PC Gaming Show. Stay tuned and stick around for more E3 coverage, where I may not even go offline. Well, I probably need to go offline so in case I have to reboot. But I will be back around 3:30, 3:45 for the pre-show for the Ubisoft conference. Ubisoft coming up in about 45 minutes. So stick around, hang out and chat. I gotta get some drinks, I gotta get some food in me, and we're gonna have some great time, because I'm telling you now, South Park, people, show me the South Park. But thank you guys so much for watching the PC Gaming Show after show, and I'll see you guys back here in about 45 minutes for the Ubisoft conference. Mwah. See you guys later.